theory, which calls for a puff date. Terrence Howard says his lips don't lie when it comes to acting.
And Trippy Redd and Ray have beef over her baby shower, plus Shannon Sharp's line dancing skills are as bad as his dating choices.
And I moved to the ATL just to hear all of this.
Welcome to Side Dish.
The world is yours.
All right.
Sky's the limit.
Oh my gosh, you're back. Thank you so much for sticking with us here at Side Dish. As you know, we're more than an appetizer when it comes to pop culture and fun. We're the whole meal fam.
Yeah, chomp away, guys.
Chomp away. Joining us again is a mother and an entrepreneur, and she's traded in the streets of Potomac to become a Georgia peach, formerly of the Real Housewives of Potomac, Mia Thornton. Welcome, welcome.
How's it going? Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks for pulling back up, yo, and bringing that sunshine and that energy.
Absolutely.
All right, man, so first and foremost, we want to thank y'all for watching, and be sure you like and subscribe, share the YouTube video if that's where you're watching it on, and let's get into some videos we found, shall we? A little feed me. Now, we're in the middle of the NBA playoffs, but the IG page, Baller's Life, just dropped some video of some grandmas that got game. Check this out.
Whoa, yo. Oh.
All right.
Oh, no.
She might have a concussion.
Are these like all nuns or something? Why are they all in the same old lady pants?
Okay, there we go.
Little Carrie Bird.
Carrie Bird.
Maureen Abdul-Jabbar.
This is actually really cute.
It's adorable.
Yeah, you know, you just don't want to see people, you don't want to see people that old get like bumped too hard or like take a tumble. Because
I don't want them to fall.
those hips heal slow. Like if you break your hip
But
past a certain age, like it shaves years off your life.
Yeah, but good for them for getting out there and like going for it. you
Staying
know?
active?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's goals.
Like what would the
all I
pickleball
want.
version of basketball be?
The pickleball version
I think
of basketball.
pickleball is already in there.
Okay.
Yeah. The patron saint of elderly sports.
Like, is there any sport that you're mysteriously good at?
No. Mm-mm.
Like, not a what? You played nothing in high school?
I mean, I did, but I wasn't good at it. You asked if I was going to be good
Oh.
at it.
Oh, well, what did you play?
I played basketball.
Okay, all right.
And yeah, that's as far as I went.
That's it? Were you boxing people out, or?
No, I was just trying to be cute on the sidelines, waiting for the
Okay.
ball to come back to me.
Got it.
Well, shout out to you for being
Everybody
honest.
thought I was
Yeah.
gonna be good at basketball because I'm so tall, right? But I was like, no, you know.
Yeah, sometimes God like distributes height to people that don't know how to allocate the height. Cause like this is like some people, you ever be like at a park and you playing a pickup game, well, you know, and you be like, I'm picking him cause he's tall, and it's just like, I don't know what to do with my new body.
All arms
like,
and legs.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
You know, I'm a good breeder for kids.
There we go.
Well, that's a skill. Not everybody's
skill.
equipped
And
or
we
built
need
for that
those
trip.
Yes.
Okay, changing the subject. It's time for a little bit of a puff date. Ruh-roh, raggy. Okay, so, wow, it's finally here. Diddy's trial is set to start next week on May the 5th, and he is facing a minimum of 15 years behind bars. Well, Diddy's legal team has claimed that he might not have been mentally capable of committing these crimes due to his substance abuse.
He's using the cocaine alibi?
That's what we're going for. Smells fishy to me.
Allegedly cocaine.
Allegedly.
Yes.
On Sunday, prosecutors filed a motion to dispute any testimony that might suggest Diddy did not have the mental capacity to break the law, and to secure a conviction, prosecutors must not only prove that the defendant committed the crime, but that they did so with a guilty or blameworthy mindset. This must be shown beyond a reasonable doubt. But it almost sounds like they're building up this defense to be like, yo, everybody was partying though.
Right.
Yeah,
You know, like.
I mean, I don't know. No comment.
Well, I mean, here's the thing.
That's a touchy subject.
Like, if you was his defense,
Yeah.
what would you use as your weapons to get him off?
I would probably be using the exact same thing that they have going on here.
Oh, that's gonna get him
1,000.
sent away to jail. Like this, like
I
his
don't
legal
know.
team, I feel like they have been like failing this man every step of the way. Aside from the man failing himself by doing the things he's accused of doing, or at least being around it.
But when you have the entire world coming after you, like, he has to come up with something. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
I would go with the schizophrenia, please.
Well, it's interesting.
Oh, so you think he's
Because
playing,
he's
like,
Diddy, he's also
crazy.
Brother Love, he's also Puff Daddy, he's also Sean Puffy Combs. He has a multiple personality disorder. I would go with that.
Various aliases. I thought the thing that they hit last week they were talking about at one point, I think the defense was considering just be like, hey, Diddy's a swinger. and this is kind of like his lifestyle. And I honestly felt like if you just like stuck with that, it might be a little uncomfortable for some people, but as long as you stick with that and you're like, and then anything that was like people underage or whatever.
Right.
I didn't have anything to do with that, don't know anything about that. I almost felt like that was a better line of defense rather than like, yo, he was too messed up to know what was going on. Like, I'm not sure that's a defense.
Correct. No, it's not. But here we are.
Diddy need to call Top Dog Law.
Oh.
Like anybody
Diddy
would do
just
better
needs
than
to
what
Diddy,
he's dealing with right now.
He just needs to keep his Diddy in his pants, okay? That's what he needs.
Keep the Diddy in the pants?
Yes,
Yeah,
keep the Diddy in the pants.
Dance too much Diddy in the pants. Dance too much. Okay.
Okay, well, Terrance Howard stopped by the Bill Maher, thank you, Club Random podcast and explained why he didn't want to play Marvin Gaye in the biopic. Take a look.
I'm hearing rumors that Marvin was gay. And I'm like, was he gay? And Quincy's like, yes.
Oh, wow.
Wait, what?
Oh, we had a little technical difficulty there. We're gonna get that back here in just a second. What was he wearing?
I'm hearing rumors that Marvin was gay. And Marvin was gay. And I'm like, was he gay? And Quincy's like, yes.
Oh.
He went around it with everything, and I was like, no. And I'm like, I could not.
I just feel like there's gay for real, and then there's a point where guys get so much, they're just like, oh.
Yeah, well, it would have been that, but they would have wanted to do that, and I wouldn't have been able to do that. It wouldn't.
Well, you mean you couldn't kiss a guy on screen in a movie?
No.
Not even, yeah.
No, because I don't fake it. I
Right.
literally, it has to.
I couldn't kiss a man either. That's true, and that does not.
That would f me. I would cut my lips off.
Yeah. No.
I would.
Okay,
If I kiss some man, I would cut my lips off.
Well, I would not do that.
Oh, wow.
So it's good to know that he actually enjoyed that scene with Shelby in The Best Man. Because he said he couldn't fake it.
Right.
Right?
It's all gonna be
yeah,
real.
so he's immersed in the
yes,
moment.
So that was good
Yeah.
to know. I always wanted to know, were they acting or was it really like,
Yeah.
you know?
Because some people are method. And they have to really
Yeah.
be into what they're doing. And like, I think if you're not used to kissing guys on camera, it would be very difficult for you to do that. If
Would
that's
you
not
be
what
able to kiss the guy on
Not
camera?
at all.
Would you
I
be able
would
to
have
kiss the guy
AI
on
do it.
camera?
It really depends. It depends. There's so much to it, I think. And because like I'm not homophobic at all. None of it really like bothers me, and it really depends on the role. Like
Yeah.
does it get into like gratuitous and who's doing the bending? Like I don't know that that's
Soft top.
something that thanks Mia. Yeah, a soft top scenario. But yeah, I don't think I think there are
it's
much
just a
worse
guess.
things. Yeah.
So if the role was reversed and
Yeah.
you was asked to do a girl-on-girl kiss, you would?
Yeah, 1000%. Yeah, it's acting.
Okay.
I would kiss the guy too. It's acting.
So I feel like women
You have to
the
like get into your role.
I can dig that, but I feel like
Yeah.
women get an easier pass sometimes
Do we?
than dudes do.
Why do
Like-
you think that?
Well, because like if a woman kisses a girl on camera, like
The male gaze, that's why. Not the gaze, but the gaze.
the stare. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
We're like,
The male gaze, the
Okay.
gaze, like the fact that like a man like would find that to be attractive. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't think women
Okay.
would be judged by it. Whereas because there's so many still toxic men out there,
Okay.
and I'm
sure,
one of
yeah,
them
yeah.
sometimes.
Okay.
They'd be like, "Ooh, you got cookies and blah blah blah." You know what I'm saying? Like that
Okay.
sort of thing. You know, like I think the male pride allows men to like kind of like repel from it, or makes men repel from it a little bit more. So
Got it.
I get it, and people have the right to set up the boundaries that they want to set up.
I think we've come a long way, though. I think that, we should be more comfortable in our sexuality. And if it's a role that requires you to represent the community, go for it.
Well, in all
It's just a
fairness,
kiss.
I don't like eggs, and I also would not eat them on camera.
Well, then.
A little Sam-I-Am
That's a
action
good
there,
point.
yeah.
I know. Green eggs and ham.
Would not, could not.
Sam, I am.
Yeah.
Like, are there any other acting deal breakers that you would have? Because like some people no, The Rock can't lose a fight in a
Right.
movie. That's a thing
No.
that he has written in his contract. Some people would be like, yo, there was actually a guy who didn't want to do a movie because they had a guy on Girl Kiss, and he's like, I don't want to disrespect my wife.
Oh.
And then in that time, I was like, he was like, it's just acting.
Yeah. It's just
Right, right,
acting.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that there's an art. It's an art. I think it's an art.
Sure. It depends on the film, and your level of comfortability and what you're doing.
Who's producing it? Is it Scorsese or the people that
Right.
make Trauma?
Right.
Well.
That is true.
All right, moving on. Coi Leray and her baby daddy, rapper Trippy Redd, are having some issues, and Trippy has taken to X to express his frustrations. Coi revealed that Redd cheated on her shortly after she announced she was pregnant, and he responded with, "To whoever be I ever did wrong, I'll do it again."
Wow.
Now Coi is having her baby shower, and it seems she did not invite Trippy Redd. He tweeted, "And before the actual baby shower happens, just letting y'all know she doesn't want me or my family there. She said, hit the lawyer." And he tweeted he's paying for the whole baby shower that he can't attend. Well, if you
ducked
cheated
that
on
bitch.
him, yeah, like,
Yeah.
Would you want him at the baby shower?
No. I don't want a guy at a baby shower, period. I think
Okay, fair. Yeah.
I think baby showers are for the baby and the moms, and it's an opportunity for us to celebrate our baby. So this whole co-ed baby shower is like a new, like that happened a couple years ago, and I feel like we need to go back to the old traditional way. I am traditional when it comes to that.
I love you for that.
You know,
Thank you for
because
holding
no
on to
guy
tradition.
wants to come to a baby shower,
We don't wanna be there. Don't wanna
you
be
know,
there.
and measure the toilet paper.
Oh,
like
what?
I don't care how good those
Wait,
meatballs
Yeah,
are.
but
Measure
we
the
do-
toilet paper?
Yeah, you take toilet paper and you measure. You have to guess the mom's belly size. It's the cheesiest thing. Guys
right.
don't want to participate
No.
in that. But I will tell you that guys do have to pay for it, though. So just, you know, pay for your
Just gotta
baby
get you
shower.
ready for the rest of the.
And the push present,
Yeah.
and the baby moon, and when the baby comes, yes. So this is just going to be one of many things he's going to have to pay for. Get used to it.
Yo, we should normalize. And this is a terrible working title. but-
Okay, let's go. Let's
but
do it.
Father showers.
Oh, yeah.
To where like it's.
No.
I mean, because like because the father's gonna be present there too, and there's a lot of times where the guy turns into the house mom.
Okay.
He's also doing work. We out here gaining sympathy weight.
So what kind of games are you guys going to play? Guess how the size of the balls? Like what?
Size of the balls.
Like what?
I'll get my kids
What
nuts.
would you play? Yes, you know,
No, that's
like
good.
I don't know. I think we should let some women like we need to keep some things like traditional.
But we have nothing.
Yeah.
You guys have bachelor parties.
But do
They're not bachelorette parties. I
Well,
feel like
you
we're
should.
pretty.
And here's the crazy thing. I've never seen a group of guys walking down the street that were like bachelor party energy, but you
Have
could
you ever
tell
been to Vegas?
you could tell the women that are walking down the street like on some
Yeah.
bachelorette stuff. They got their little phallic shaped lollipops.
Oh, you got their penis antlers and whatever else they got going on? Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like, yo, y'all about to get
I did
invited to a
crash
party.
the bachelor party of
Oh.
my ex-husband's wedding.
Yeah?
So me and all the girls and the strippers. So maybe I don't know.
Oh, that's fun.
I
Well,
did.
when you say
That's
and the
fun.
strippers,
I did.
Wait,
the
did you bring
strippers
them?
that the guy
I-
was gonna order you arrived with them.
No, I didn't arrive with them.
Okay.
But I did arrive right behind them with ones in hand, and my godmother as well.
Oh, nice.
Yes, it was a party.
That's fun.
You're like, let me suck
married.
all the air out this party.
No, I added to the party.
As you were, boys, as you were.
Yes.
Everybody posture get
So
straight.
you're right. The guys
Yeah.
may not have everything. We do take over. We dominate.
Everything, yo.
Sure,
Yes,
sure, sure.
the house and everything. It's all ours.
That's hilarious.
Man, Ace Metaphor, as a friend of the show, Keita Rose calls him Mojo Jojo. Stop by the Funky Friday podcast with Cam Newton, and they talked about doctors and nurses cheating, and Ace shared a story. Check it out.
I saw a statistic that doctors and nurses lead that community of people who cheat on their partner the most.
Oh no, for sure. Flight attendants too, for sure. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. When I was a nurse, I was single at the time, slanging.
What?
Whole hospital. You know the slickest thing I've ever been a part of, and I don't do that no more. I'm a former hoe. I'm not a current hoe no more. I'm not a hoe no more. But back in the day, this how slick women are. You know when they be like, men cheat more than women? That's debatable. We get caught more than women do.
Oh, yeah, that's-
Now,
yeah.
I don't know the statistics, but I imagine women. The reason why, this one woman that I was kicking it with at the hospital, she had a
Like when you say kicking, you talking about knocking boots.
kicking it with. Yeah. She was so slick. She sent me the grocery list of what she needed because she was gonna tell her man she was going to the store. So she had about a good 40 minutes of being at the store. So she gave me the grocery list so I can get what's needed at the store. She came to my crib instead of the store, and she got the 40 minutes. She paid for the groceries though. I'm gonna need that grocery money. I'm gonna need that grocery more. I'm gonna need that grocery money. So I got the grocery money, but that's why, like, yeah, that's true. That's true about the hospital. That's true. Unequivocally true.
That's some DoorDash ass right there. Is what that is.
Very much so. Wow.
Yeah.
Is anyone? We all
Instacat.
we all know this is Instacat. We all know this is true, right? Everyone knows this is true, right? Yeah, right. No one's
that women are
surprised by
slicker
this.
than men when it comes
well,
to
that,
cheating?
but also nurses
I mean,
and
we're
doctors.
smarter in
I did not know that. I was gonna actually put personal trainers in the at the top of the pyramid of the hierarchy.
No, because they don't have any money.
Personal trainers though?
Sometimes they got bodies, though. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, that's true. No, I actually can see that. I can see doctors and nurses. I think that, you know, they know what to prescribe, so they know what medicine to give you.
There's also
Hollering at them sedated
Yeah.
chicks.
It's also one of
They
these
go
like high stress environments, and when they're working around each other, you see a lot of infidelity between doctors and nurses inside the hospital.
Okay. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
And the schedules, they work, you know, mysterious Batman hours, you know, like
Yeah.
overnights, sometimes early mornings, sometimes
Yes,
they're on
they
calls.
can be gone all night.
And I'm a little slow. Help me out here. So he was saying the nurses and doctors with each other, or nurses and doctors with patients?
Mostly, I think employees. I will say this. I have it on pretty good authority that there are times where a patient is in the room completely conked out on whatever it is because they're supposed to be, and a doctor and a nurse will go in there and get it
Stop.
on.
With the
I'm
patient in
serious.
there?
With the
Okay, that's weird.
beep going on, and like they're over here in the corner. Yes,
No.
it happens.
I
I've
can
seen
see
that
it
scene.
being like in the middle of the night and everybody's asleep.
Yeah.
Right? And there's nothing else to do. So
But some
let's go
people are
ahead
like
and,
hooked
get
up
a
and
little
forced to sleep, you know?
Yeah.
No,
Like they're not
that's
waking up.
Intravenous.
weird. No, thank you.
I think that's why the most of the doctors and nurse clothes have
That
that
should be
elastic,
illegal.
that dungaree material to where it like makes it easy, slip on, slip off.
Right, yeah.
They knew what they was doing. They knew what they was doing.
Dungaree? I haven't heard that in a long time.
But that grocery list,
Wow.
that is diabolical, demonic plans. You know, let's
I
just
mean,
say.
that's pretty smart. I mean, I do it, but I don't do it to cheat. I do it because I'm trying to like save on time. So I can see where you can like fill in a gap.
But to put that man to work ahead of time so he can pre-order the things that you would have needed before you got there to have it, like
At least she got some free groceries too.
Also, that wasn't her first time. That wasn't,
Oh,
you know,
he
like,
did? Oh,
yeah.
he asked for the money back?
Oh, yes. Evidently, she had to pay him for the
I missed that.
groceries. Yeah.
Oh, well, no.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you're out
absolutely
here
not.
just cheating and not getting
Yeah.
free groceries? Like,
Yeah.
it's something.
It also makes me want to like take a. What if I just went to Ralph's and I bought a whole bunch of groceries and then I sent photos of that to my different girls? I was like, hey, who wants these groceries?
I need that. I need
Come
that.
over and get them.
Try it. Let me know how that works.
Let me know how that goes.
Well, listen, man, we got to bounce out the break. But listen, when we come back, we going to get into your business a little bit, Mia. Plus, we going to talk Shannon Sharp's dancing skills and so much more. See y'all in 2. All right, well, welcome back. So, Mia,
Yes.
Many fans were actually floored and surprised by your decision to leave the Real Housewives of Potomac. Was there a moment during your season where you were like, you know what, I'm out, I'm done, I can't do this no more?
Yeah, actually at the reunion. Did you not watch it? I literally got up and left, but the experience has been amazing. Like, I have no regrets. I'm so grateful for the platform. I do miss my girls, and I built some really good friendships, but it was time for me to, like, leave the drama behind for a second and come on down and get detoxed.
Okay.
You say at the reunion, is this something that had been bubbling up over years, or was it suddenly in the moment, in that night, you knew I'm done?
It was just a moment of, you know, like, I'm out. You know, like, I'm too much of a powerhouse. I have a lot going on. So when it comes time where it's like, okay, A or B, I'm gonna take a piece. You know, piece for 100. Let's go.
We saw the big online announcement that you're moving here to Atlanta, and are you officially a peach now? Do we have that Georgia's driver's license? And why Atlanta?
Well, I mean, it's juicy down here, so
Yeah.
I wanted to come get my juicy peach.
Oh, all right.
Fair enough.
I love it. And I mean, there's so much main character energy here in Atlanta, you guys. Like, everybody I run into, everybody has such great energy. Everybody has lots going on. You can get in wherever you want to get in. You can do what you want to do. Like, it's not a real place. I heard
Right.
people say that all the time, and it really isn't a real place. Like, and I'm just such a creative, so ATL is just, you know, it's time.
So when you're associated with the Real Housewives franchise and you move to another city where there is another franchise,
Yeah.
like, do you like fill out a lateral transfer form?
Do I get drafted?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Like, how does that
No,
work?
So it doesn't exactly work like that, guys. But there are conversations that you can have with certain people, and if I wanted to go and get a peach, it would be very juicy.
Oh.
I'll make sure it's organic and
Okay.
glowing.
Okay. Oh, very nice.
But I would love to, you know, we'll see. We'll explore it when it comes.
See what happens?
We'll see what happes.
Love that. And we see that you're opening a business called The Tox here in Atlanta.
Yes.
What's that about?
Yes, so the Tox offers lymphatic drainage. So I am literally coming down to snatch all of the girls, even though they're already snatched. One thing I do love about Atlanta is that ATL, everyone looks good. Everybody's body is amazing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna help keep it that way. It's just lymphatic drainage. We flush out the toxins, where it's no longer toxic. It's now tox.
We just
Now
dropped the
Tox.
IC.
Yeah.
We got
I'm
that.
toxing ATL.
Toxing ATL. Listen, ATL needs to be toxed. That's for sure. Okay, so back to this Real Housewives of Atlanta thing. If you were to join the Atlanta Housewives, who do you think you would be besties with? Who do you think you'd stay clear of? And is there anyone's butt you'd have to kick?
No, actually. So I love the ladies. Like, everyone has welcomed me with, like, open arms. I've seen a lot of these ladies at conferences. We went to Miami BravoCon together, so I've got a chance to, like, hang with Portia. I love Cynthia. I've met Kelly. I just met Shamia. She's an entire time. Lots of fun. They really do have a good time, which is, I'm all about having a good time. So I'm like, hey, let me just get on in where I fit in. There's nobody that I don't think that I would have to, like, kick with my big old size 12s.
They don't want that smoke.
They don't want the smoke, okay? It's a big foot that have to go, you know.
Well, outside of Atlanta, because that's always easy, put the black people with the black people. Let's just say if you decided to take your talents to Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Or I don't know what other franchises there are outside of.
No,
there's
so
New York too,
there's
right?
New York. There's a few. There's Jersey. There
Salt
was
Lake.
Dubai. Salt
Yeah.
Lake City is actually still a franchise. And I don't think I've ever seen a crossover. So if I cross over, it will be an iconic moment. So
Yeah, you could
You
be
know.
the first.
hey.
Could be the Christmas addicts
That'd be
crossing
fun.
over like
You
that.
know, I'm good at making things memorable. So
There
here
we go.
Well, yeah, man. Well, I wish you the best of luck with not
you.
only the Tox thing, but like whatever you desire your whole
Yes.
future here in the city to be. Because,
Yes.
like, listen, man, bright lights need to shine brightly, and
Thank
you
you.
do just that.
Thank you.
One bright light that was shining a little too bright is Shannon Sharp. And considering all the talk about Shannon Sharp spending time with snow bunnies, somebody dug up a video of Unc trying to dance his way into the cookout to see what the other side looked like, but his electric slide had maybe a little too much mayo on it. Check it out.
Oh. What?
I mean, you know. A guy that size.
Yeah, that's a lot of arms going along for like the electric slide is all tight. It's everything's right here.
And his
Knees
pants
out.
don't seem like they have a lot of
I was
give to
gonna
them.
say, I'm
Yeah.
surprised he didn't split those pants.
Yeah, right.
They look a little tight.
Why are all of his clothes so tight?
He wanted to show his ass.
Oh. Show his peach off.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't think he wears like with the little stripe, slightly with the stretch in it to give it a little give? You don't think?
No, those were linen pants. Those are not giving. I'm surprised that he was even out there doing
That's
that.
crazy. You could
Yeah.
look at those pants from here and tell.
Yeah, 1,000. They're not. There's no give.
Mia's got the vision.
Yeah. material.
Well, you know, we had to run to the comments on this one. So this one comment said, oh man, it says that he dances just like them accusers. Oh.
And I'm gonna say his pants is as tight as my current budget.
Oh, wow.
One person said you could tell he used to dance in the honky tonk.
So Unking been to a cookout in a minute is what I'm gonna say.
Either way, Shannon was having fun. He was moving really good for someone who has had 2 hip replacements.
Oh, that is true. He's had 2 hip replacements.
Now it does start to make a little more sense.
Now y'all
that was
now
the
y'all
stiff
bullying.
leg, because he was
Yeah.
getting a little stank leg, and
was giving
that's
it
what it
some
was.
stiff, yeah.
You know how like different action figures when you're growing up, like the Star Wars figures, their elbows and knees did not bend like that, and the G.I. Joes did.
Right.
He has the Star Wars action figure point of articulation
Yeah.
move.
He's
like,
not moving his hips at all.
He's not, yeah.
Yeah, now that I know that he had 2 hip replacements, yeah, we just bullied this man.
Yeah, we did. Well, Shannon is due for a little bullying, I think, for a little while.
Yes, for
I think he likes it actually.
Yeah,
based on
as a
those
matter of
text
fact,
messages.
I'm pretty sure that they have a bully relationship. Okay. All right.
All right. Let's talk about boys living life and having fun. Fitness addiction. It looks like a group of friends are online spreading some black boy joy. Now, they were first spotted doing a puppies and yoga class, but they were also going around town trying everything from salsa classes and even a trampoline class. Check out that yoga video, though.
Still seeing the hips. You got 5 more seconds here. You got this. This looks great. You're looking forward to today's session. You can find that back heel on the ground, or you can keep hips square. Finding that work. Maybe on this last.
Man, it's all fun and games to one of those puppies pee on that mat.
That's right. That's right.
this next generation.
I have so many questions. Like, do you bring your own puppy, or does
Oh,
the
yeah.
puppy come with the yoga?
I bet the puppies are there. It's kind of like goat yoga. A friend of mine is a literal yoga instructor, and
Yeah.
every once a year or whatever, they do goat yoga, and you show up on a farm.
They do,
and
yeah.
they'll have little goats.
They
on there.
actually do that out here.
Yeah.
Like somewhere in Georgia. It was the first time I ever saw it. I thought it was just an Atlanta thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not.
Oh, it's real.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No, she does it
Yeah.
here. It's here. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
But
could
I
be.
think they provide those puppies for those.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very nice of
Like
them
you
to do
show
that.
up, you get your puppy, you get your mat. I hope you get a puppy pad. Because what do they have to go to the bathroom?
I don't know. Yeah.
The puppies, like, do they? How does that work?
The puppies don't know.
Yeah. Well, if they're well trained, they'll walk up to a door,
Yeah.
like tap a little bell with their paw, and that's how you know they need to go out. But not all dogs are trained that well.
Right,
no,
right,
and
right.
those were puppies, so they weren't trained. But
Yeah.
then, how about that post with them doing the Pilates class?
Let's
See
see.
that?
Oh, you get it. This is hilarious. Also, I've never done Pilates, and I've been thinking about it.
Pilates is amazing.
Wow.
It's very essential.
Now, is Pilates the machine?
So that's the reformer.
That's a reformer. Are legs always in the air?
Yes, which is why I love it.
Okay. All right.
You go.
Often.
All right.
Solid core. I don't like to work out with all that hustle and buzz. I like slow movement.
See, I do like yoga Pilates, like at Hot Works. They
Okay.
have like a class,
Yeah, I
but
can't
they
do
don't have a reformer in there.
This is interesting. Okay.
That's great.
Well,
I
all right.
think it's super cute, right? Would you do Pilates with your homeboys?
If they would, sure.
Okay, very
Like,
good.
yeah, like-
You won't kiss them, but you will put your legs in the air.
I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment. I'd rather not do Pilates with. I want to like be the only guy. Listen, I'm trying to date, so I've thought about I need to expand my horizons and maybe
Yes.
Pilates classes where I need to go to meet some.
So the guy I'm dating, we actually do Pilates together.
Okay.
And every time he goes, he's upset at me when we leave.
Really, why is that?
Because it's not really a guy thing, right? So he's like, yeah, my balls are being stretched to the left, to the
Oh.
right. You know, it's a lot of movement that's very sensual. I don't see a lot I do solid core.
Okay.
Sally Core?
Solid core.
What's-
Yeah,
That's like- it's a chain,
it's a
right?
Pilates chain.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
They do classes,
Okay.
and you use a reformer, and it's all kind of movement. It's dark, like they have music going. It's amazing. It's actually a really good workout. You work your entire core, and we as women have a hard time with our core area, which is why we're toxing everything. But guys really don't want their legs like spread eagle.
That's a delicate.
Yeah, it's usually if you end up that way as a guy, like either you're having the worst day ever or the best day ever. It just depends.
Depends on your perspective.
Yeah.
Wait, what would be the worst day ever?
Like, I don't know, someone forced you into that position. Yeah,
But it's just a lot to risk. There's a lot of risk involved.
But it is a good core workout.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it to you. We're gonna all do Pilates together.
I'll
okay,
do
guys?
it.
give it a
I'm
try.
not even
Let's
joking
go.
at all. I've been thinking
Yeah.
like I need to go try out some different Pilates places.
Yes.
The hottest women I know do Pilates.
See, there you go.
Nah, it
get
keeps
your
people in
girl.
shape and so. How tough was it for you the first time you went to go do it?
I still, when I almost die every time. Like,
Okay.
it's really intense. It's very intense, but it also generates a lot of results. I promise you.
Yeah, no, fast turnaround. And I like the fact that these guys are out here like trying different things and showing that you can do this in groups and not be stuck in a box. Because sometimes, yes, it is very easy to get like stuck in a rut of like, I ain't doing that. That's girl
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
Or like,
See?
I ain't never heard of yoga. Well, I was never opposed to the Pilates. I was opposed to kissing a man on camera.
I
like,
mean, what that
or off camera as well, too. Like, only man I ever kissed is my
disclaimer,
dad.
I'm glad that you cleared that up, 'cause that was an ass next.
Yeah, I didn't want to get sound bitten. You know what I'm saying? Like that'd be the sound bite. You know what I'm saying?
All right, well, while we discuss Pilates and making out, we'll be back in 2 minutes with more side dish. We'll see you guys in just a second. Welcome back. All right, well, surprise, surprise, the people who snatched up the money that flew out of that Brinks truck in Chicago last week might be on the brink of being put behind bars. No finders keepers here.
And according to the police, the truck was rolling southbound on South Austin Boulevard when the back door just popped open by unknown means, releasing 3 bags of hard, cold cash.
Now, when the Brinks truck spun the block back to the scene, 50 to 100 people were spotted stashing and dashing. The total loss, cool $300,000. And CBS News talked to a local resident, and here's what she had to say.
Or they knew, we got to get up out of here before somebody see us.
Nicole Phillips Edwards can't help but laugh after she says police knocked on her door last week and told her this.
It was people running down the street with money bags and everything, so I was surprised I missed it.
She laughing because she knows she's about to move.
Okay.
Yeah. Man.
Yo, I mean,
What would you do?
take all the money I can.
Yeah, I think it's traceable.
I think it's highly traceable.
Okay.
Like now, but you brought this up last time we talked about it. Depends on where
serial
you
numbers,
spend
right?
it.
Yo, if you go
But
to
it is serial numbers. You couldn't put it in a bank.
yeah, nah, don't put it in the bank, but if you go to a strip club,
You can
or
spend it.
yeah, like all those things where it's like cash hand in hand kind of things that
Right.
like, you know, like easy to wash and turn around.
It's so $300,000.
What you got going on down here?
Yeah, it was like people had picked up between like 50 and 100 grand, some of them. And it's like, it's hard to spend 100 grand in 20s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the small bills, those big bills, what are you going to do with that?
I would put it in the bank so I can't partake.
And they get you.
They would get me.
because they got the
I
serial
would try to
numbers
figure
on
out how to
those.
invest it.
Yeah.
Okay, like what would you invest it in?
A Tox.
Okay.
Oh, Tox, there
I
we
could
go.
buy at least one.
Okay. You could have a Tox Buckhead, Tox Bankhead.
Yeah.
You know, like,
You
like
know,
one,
okay.
one to serve both sides of the community.
Yes, 1,000%.
I mean,
Also, it just makes me wonder, like, I almost feel like something's going to come out and it's going to be somebody in that truck knew something.
Oh.
That's what I wonder. It's like, how did the back doors just fly open and cash just fly out?
Oh man, the bag wasn't in all the way.
Oops.
Like the door wasn't closed properly. You think that guy job opening?
Maybe. Maybe there is now.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
And like as much as like Chicago people get put under the microscope, it's expensive to live there. There's always something going on. The people deserve a blessing. Banks gamble with your money every day, and every now and then it's cool to get a little kickback.
True story.
I wish y'all the best of luck.
You might get free rent from the county by the time it's all over with, though.
Yo, man, switching gears real quick. Now, we've all heard of Florida Man, but Knights of Broward County? Insert the palm or forehead emoji here. So it is a trailer for the new reality show, which dropped earlier this month, and it's making a big splash on social media. And it's described as where dreams come wrapped in gold fronts and served with a side of audacity. This is definitely sure to keep the people talking. Check it out.
Welcome to Pompano Beach, where the vibrant energy of urban culture collides with the raw realities of life in South Florida.
The raw
Imagine a world where the drama of Jersey Shore meets the hustle of Love and Hip Hop.
Oh, dear.
Giving birth to a new reality show that dives deep into the lives of 8 dynamic individuals. In this unique pocket of Broward County, a group of white and Latino kids, each with their own story, come together to chase their dreams and escape the grips
That
of
makes me think the narrator is AI.
They form a record label, pooling their talents and resources to make a name for themselves in the music industry. Meet Lily, the mastermind behind the crew, whose business savvy and connections are the backbone of their ambitions. Then there's Yoey Tatted,
Yoey
a
Tatted?
fierce,
Why do they call her
aspiring
that?
rap artist who works nights as a stripper to pay the bills. Emails is the jack of all trades, juggling everything from cutting hair to engineering beats. JJ Kinsey, a young mom balancing corporate life with her love for music. Tebow Squeeze, fresh out of a 6-year prison stint, is ready to reclaim his life and make his mark on the streets.
Tebow
Little Mexico
Squeeze.
stands out as a talented female MC, running her own model booking agency.
that
White
the
Boy
agency?
J, a former addict turned promoter. Why in Hollywood? A hustler navigating various jobs is another rising MC with dreams of stardom.
That's me.
The Knights of Broward County. Got it.
It's so.
I have like a lot of questions.
Does everybody always have to have a nickname or a stage name? Like not a single, like White
Yeah.
Boy J.
He could have just been
Yeah.
Jay.
We see.
Yeah, we
you
can
could
tell.
have just been Jay
Or Tatted.
or
What was
Tatted.
it?
Yoey Tatted.
Yoey Tatted.
You said you have a lot of questions.
Who funded this project?
White Boy Jay.
White Boy Jay, probably. Yeah.
Did he get his money off of a Brinks truck that opened up
Right.
on the highway?
Was he in Chicago last week?
What is happening? I don't know how I feel about it. I just think that reality TV, you know, is a little, that's a little far.
What if Knights of Broward County came to your crib and opened up the Brinks door and dropped $1 million on your desk and was like, yo, listen, we need you for a season. Are you there?
Absolutely not.
You're already wearing white.
Mia, this is you.
You gonna go right in that beach scene.
Their opening trailer was with the girl like shaking her you know, hoo-ha. No, thank you.
Oh, man.
And there's a lot of fighting going on. Well, if you want to lock in, man, you can subscribe to the Tyjo Network. That's TYJO Network at, go to watch.tyjotv.com. And, yeah, I hope they make it. I'm rooting for everybody.
Sure. I'm also rooting for everyone. Also, like, how many more new Tyjo? Have you heard of Tyjo before?
No.
Me either.
I've heard of Zeus.
Heard of Zeus.
Definitely
Heard of Zeus. Zeus is coming up.
Yeah.
Zeus is coming up.
We got Fox Soul also on the way up.
Pluto TV, which comes
Pluto.
preloaded with
That's
most
right.
TVs these days.
Yeah.
It's a lot going on, man.
Wow.
Shout out to internet, man.
Knights of Broward County. Mia, you have first-person experience in like the reality world. Do you feel like those people who are like just now getting sort of their first look at it?
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder if like these people are trying real hard to make a name for themselves.
Yeah.
And are they acting out in like crazier or bigger ways than they probably would just to try to make a name for themselves?
I would say that there's some truth in that,
Yeah.
for sure. And I think that that's what we want to stay away from. We definitely want reality TV to have like, it's real, right? But if you start going too far left, then people will start doing things that are made for TV, and that's exactly not what they want. Like they want us to just live our normal lives with, you know, a little secret sauce on it, but they don't want the entire hot sauce bottle.
Right.
You know, so I don't know how I feel about it, you know, and I don't know if it's like the mama in me that I have a 17-year-old and I don't want him to think that he can do reality TV and be like JJ Bunny, you know?
Yeah, sure.
I just, you know, so it's, I don't know. I am rooting for people wanting to be on television and wanting to be in the reality TV world, but I do think that we have to have some parameters,
Well,
right?
if you could jump in a time machine, though, and jump into any reality TV show over the last 30 years, what show would you put yourself on?
A reality show the last 30 years, oh my goodness, I think I will go back to like Survival.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
You would be on Survivor?
I think I would.
Like out
because
there
it's
and-
completely not my element.
Okay.
And I am in a season where I want to try things new.
Oh, fun.
Okay.
And I want to learn how to survive. You know, I think that we all need to know how to grow some crops and like survive
Sure.
with nothing. So I think that that's something I will want to
Hey,
try.
I know some people over at The Amazing Race.
Yeah, I
you ever
would
decide if you
want to
wanna do
know
that?
like what it's like to like not be able to put my wig on. So if there, if there was one thing I know about a relationship one thing I know about its relationship chronicles. So someone posted a video of a man, AKA Unc, for being all the way stressed out by his wife. Take a look.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
Say wife got you out here smoking again.
Yeah, I done smoked 2 whole cigars. She went there and looked for a blouse. Been out here an hour, and then she just called me and said she can't find nothing. What kind of is that? Then if you say something, she mad.
Yo, I could tell by his energy and demeanor that him going to work is the vacation.
Yeah.
Like, yo, he'll go pull an 18-hour shift like it ain't nothing. Like, yo, I'm gonna drive from here to Alaska real quick. I'll be back.
I really wanted to see her. I really wanted to see his wife and get a taste of her personality.
Yeah.
That guy was fired up.
And you could just see the pain in his eyes. Like, you know, like, wow. Well, we ran to the comments earlier in the show, but we got to run up a couple more. One commenter said, who else thought he was the dad from Bebe's Kids? And another one says, my man sounds like Bernie Mac.
Oh, that's so funny. Someone else said, Unc just needs to vent. And another said, he wanted to say it to her face so bad.
Now, why would she get mad at him because she can't find a blouse? Like, is it frustration? Or do you think he did something wrong? Or this was like the straw that broke the camel's back?
I think that we as women will find anything to be mad at our significant others about.
Oh,
like, we
yeah.
just wake up and I'm like, ooh, what can I do today?
Yo, I'm so glad.
I hate this. We do it.
I'm so glad to hear a woman admit it.
Yep. Sorry, we do it.
So what's the like pettiest thing that like you really shouldn't have got that mad about at a dude over, but you did anyway? Like what's that
But you
thing?
know, I get petty so we can make up.
Oh.
Yeah, and I start early in the day, gives him time to like calm down, so by the time he comes home, we're making up.
Do you know that's not everybody's love language, right?
Well,
some people,
some
people hold on to that beef all day and be like, yo, guess what I'm gonna say when I get home?
Stressed out all day
well,
long.
You're gonna be like,
Smoke yourself to death.
bad on the side of the car outside.
Yeah. He's got a couple choice words that he's been saving up.
You know?
Man. Oh, it's so funny. All right, we got to take a quick break, but after the break, we got celebrity birthdays and so much more. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Welcome back. Hey, if you're celebrating a birthday today, it's time to go sicko mode with the birthday boy, Travis Scott. The rapper's turning 34 today.
And a big happy birthday shout out to G Unit's very own Lloyd Banks. He's 43 today.
Wonder Woman Gal Gadot celebrates the big Gal Gadot celebrates the big 4-0.
Isaiah Thomas, Detroit Pistons royalty and NBA Hall of Famer, and no friend of Michael Jordan's, turned 64 today.
And last but not least, actress Kirsten Dunst, best known for her roles in Spider-Man and Bring It On, turns 43 years old. Who gets the cake, you guys? I feel like I have a whole grip of Isaiah Thomas basketball cards, and so I got to give it up for him. I know I was collecting those back in the 90s. Yeah.
I didn't know you was down with the Detroit Bad Boys.
Yeah, I had some of them.
All right. Who you rocking with?
Lloyd Banks.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it about Lloyd Banks?
I just feel like he's been around for so long. I don't even know, like, how is he still even, like, is he turning 40?
Yeah, he turned 43.
43, yeah. I don't know why I felt like he's, like, older.
He's been around so long, huh? Yeah.
So long, yeah.
Stayed in the game.
People be lying about their age out here, too, so there's that.
That's true.
Oh.
You never know. You never know. HK, who are you giving it to?
It's a tough one today because it's a really unique hodgepodge of people.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about Travis Scott to know if I like him.
Yeah.
I do like his music though,
Yeah.
but every now and then he'll do something stupid. Like the other day, he assaulted Cody Rhodes.
No.
And I know wrestling is scripted.
Yeah.
But like he actually hurt that man. That was a sucker move. Then you also got Lloyd Banks. I do like Lloyd Banks. Shout out to everybody who ever mistaken him for Brian Pumper. Then you got Wonder Woman.
Gal Gadot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
She's great as Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Yep.
Really great as Wonder Woman. And only as Wonder Woman. Kirsten Dunst. She kissed Spider-Man upside down.
MTV Award winner, Best Kiss, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, man. For the love of teenage Jesus jumping rope. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to go with Lloyd Banks.
Yeah.
All right.
See?
Yeah, Hunger for More. Shout out to him. It's a great album still to this day.
Yes.
Yeah.
That when you think historically, like
Yeah,
cool
seriously.
parties and events that you've been to,
Yeah.
where maybe some Lloyd Banks was played. Like, what is like the dopest party you ever been to?
So I've been to a few parties, right? I would probably say, well, the dopest one I went to, I can't tell you who it was, but there was like sushi that you eat off of like people.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
and there's a lot of body paint going on,
Oh, okay.
lots of tequila, lots of shots, a lot of NDAs that were signed, so that's why I can't tell you who it was. It wasn't Diddy, but I actually have been to a Diddy party. I went to Park in DC.
Okay.
And this was like way long ago. I'm like 22 years ago.
Oh, wow.
I'm probably telling my age, and I was underage to be in the club. So.
Oh. Did you have the
But it was
sushi
great.
off the person?
I did, of course.
Did they have like the wasabi and whatnot next to them? Like, did you put the sauce on them?
You like, yes, you get your own dip.
Do you look at them in the eyes?
No, you don't. It's weird. It's just creepy.
Because they're naked.
Do I, say,
are their
do I
eyes
tell them
open?
thank you?
Yeah. Are their eyes open or closed?
Yeah, well, some of the girls, yeah, and some of them actually talk.
They lay in there all Escovitch?
Yeah. Have you never done like a tequila shot or a body shot or anything like that?
Nah.
Have you ever went to a party where there's like body paint and they're like
I have been to body paint parties.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
But it's different. It's one thing to get shots off people because alcohol kind of sterilizes things.
That's true.
Like food just sitting on somebody's
No, so they have,
hopefully washed
there's
skin.
some, no, it's
There's
not like
usually some
directly
sort
on
of
their
plate
skin.
or something.
No, there's like a sheet of something, whether it be like seaweed or there is a barrier between the body.
Oh.
But don't act.
That cheapens the experience.
Yeah, come on, HK.
No, it doesn't. It
Don't you eat
doesn't.
sushi off people all the time, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, real quick, everybody in the chat, drop whose party you think she went to that had the sushi. Wrong answers only.
Body paint and NDAs. Let's go.
Yo, because to have to sign an NDA for that party and not have to sign an NDA for the Diddy party?
You haven't been to a party where you have to sign NDAs or leave your cell phones?
No, I've been to concerts where I had to leave my cell phone.
Right, so it's the same thing. Like, people don't want.
Nah, it's way
we actually
different.
want to be in the
Where
present.
you was at was way different. It's like it was way different.
Yeah,
Like, yo.
I've heard about some of these parties. That's about.
I mean, I've actually had people sign NDAs for my kids' parties.
Oh, well, that's good.
What the hell is happening at your kid's party?
Nothing. It's just I don't want the world to know that my
Yeah.
kid is jumping in a bounce house.
Okay.
You know,
that's fair.
like, you
Mad
know,
kids be
we
jumping
have to
in
have
bounce
some
houses.
They do, but you know, sometimes you have to have privacy.
Okay.
You know, and I don't want people coming to my house and
You don't want people taking photos of your kids. You're on TV. It's a whole thing.
If I
yeah.
put my kids out, it's because I'm doing them.
For
Yeah,
sure,
they be
yeah.
all in our bathroom, all in
Yeah.
like my toiletries,
Yeah.
and just like videoing. Look what Mia got going on. No, thank you.
Trying to figure out where the person with the sushi is. You don't-
Okay.
you know.
Yeah, it was a lot for me to let those cameras in my house. So.
Did you see how that child was tumbling in that bounce house?
Exactly.
Who trained you?
Yeah.
Terrible mother.
It's so funny. All right. Well, man, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
How comfortable are you with racial profiling for the purposes of solving a crime?
Oh, I mean, it depends on what the crime is.
Oh.
Let's go.
Okay, good.
It's probably gonna be wild. Most of the crimes
It's
took by here are
usually
wild.
it's going to be a wild crime for sure. We're going to be back in 2 minutes with everybody's favorite game.
Whose cousin is it?
Welcome back. It is time for everybody's favorite game.
Whose cousin is it?
Okay, all right, so here we go. From Bath and Body Works to behind bars, things got a little bit funky for a 25-year-old North Carolina woman after she stole smell good products from a Bath and Body Works.
Now, what in the cucumber melon is going on here? So, according to police, the Bath and Body Works bandit hit up 2 stores, racking up more than $13,000 worth of items, but she wasn't alone. She was allegedly rolling with a fragrance flock of 4 other people.
The aroma assailant was arrested on 6 counts of felony larceny and conspiracy and misdemeanor larceny and conspiracy.
All right, y'all. Whose cousin do you think this is?
Between the two of y'all.
Well, it could be Tanner's
It could be my cousin.
It could be me and your cousin, technically. You know.
Okay.
Or perhaps a cousin not represented on the couch here.
I have cousins on both sides.
Okay. Sure.
So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that that's your cousin.
You think it's my cousin? What brought you to this?
Because it's Bath and Body Works.
Yeah?
Yeah, we don't put Bath and Body Works on our skin.
Wait, none? Nobody?
Pretty much a jar of cocoa butter
Yeah.
is
Do that,
the
yeah.
entire
Shea butter,
Bath and Body
maybe.
Works
Really?
for most
Coconut
of us.
oil.
There's a lot of different candle scents inside of a Bath and Body Works.
Yeah, no.
I know mad people that make their own candles.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I'm actually trying to think, is there like a wider store than Bath and Body Works?
A wider store.
Yeah, wider store than Bath and Body Works.
For candles?
Just in general.
Yankee Candle.
Yankee Candle.
Yeah, that's definitely your cousin.
That's definitely. Wow.
Not quite a candle, but things remembered. I never see.
Oh, things remembered.
I never see us in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
She has some really nice stuff. Though.
They do the little 3D pictures.
I used to gift a lot of like my aunties and stuff. They love that stuff. Yeah.
It's so fun. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. She stole smell good, $13,000. There was 5 of them total, right? Or is it 4? 4 or 5 of them total?
Yeah,
It was
5
5
bandits
total. And she got hit with misdemeanors.
She was arrested.
She's 28. She was arrested. This feels like this could be my niece.
Yeah, you're related.
You know?
You know her?
Yeah.
So you're definitely saying your cousin.
Yeah, I
claiming
think my niece, my 28-year-old niece.
So you're claiming it?
Yeah, I'll claim
Okay,
it. I'll
got
claim it.
As
You know
long
what?
as you know.
Yo, I'm gonna jump out the window. I'm gonna say it's other.
You think other cousin?
Yeah.
And I have a specificity in my head of what type of other I think it is.
Okay, all right.
What type of other?
Uh-huh.
I think it's gonna be the people who
My other cousin.
who English is their second language sometimes.
Okay. Well, that's that's a lot.
That's your cousin.
It was specific and vague. Well, if you count Ebonics,
Yeah.
there's that. So there's that. So we're gonna see what it
That's
is.
all our
Like Chewy's cousin?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
1,
Ready?
2, 3.
Move that van.
Surprise for real.
Janicia?
Arrington.
Oh.
Do you see her wig?
Wow. How do you guys feel right now in this moment?
I feel hoodwinked and bamboozled.
I mean,
led astray.
I feel like they should have just let her wig come off. She should have just took it off. I would have preferred to see like the braids underneath.
Oh, you think that's what was going on
I
under there?
feel like it probably fell off and she probably popped it back on for her mugshot.
Oh.
But girl, you can't wear it in jail anyway. I know a friend who can't.
Oh.
So she
Oh man.
Do you think
She
it slid
should've
back
took
when
it
she was
off.
running, or when she was apprehended, it came off the scuffle?
I don't know,
man.
but it definitely just got placed on just to take this photo.
Oh, you can see it lifting at the front.
It's not even.
Yes, yeah.
It's lifted.
like a little swimmer's cap.
Yeah,
That's
honey,
what's up.
she been
I
through
feel
something.
bad. I feel bad for her.
You do?
Yeah, like to steal smell good from Bath and Body Works, you're kind of hard up for it a little bit.
Or your house smelled that bad.
Yeah, because you can get little samples.
You can, it'll bless you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yo, Mia, it has been a vibe having you.
Aw, same.
Yo, if
Thank
people
you.
want to tap in, not only with just the talk stuff, but also anything else you got going on, where can they go?
Yeah, absolutely. You guys can follow me on Instagram at MrsMiaThornton.com. Or not .com, but at Mrs. Mia Thornton. You can also follow me on MrsMiaThornton.com.
Awesome,
Very
yo.
cool.
Like, what's a thing that people don't know about you that you wish they did?
You know, there's a lot of things that I wish people knew about me, but you know, they might have to stay tuned for that little juicy peach.
Oh, we're really dangling it out there. I feel like you've got like an announcement you're sitting on or something.
I might.
You said
too.
peach like 5 times, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
well, I'm in Georgia,
Oh, well, that's true.
and we're Georgia peaches.
All right. Okay.
Either that, or you going about to drop a pie line or something. You know? but I think we're gonna see you on TV holding something anyway. So yo, appreciate the love, man. Be sure you follow Miss Mia Thornton online, and be sure you subscribe, like, and share this show, and hit record all if you're watching at home.
All right, guys, that's about all we got for you today. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Scrolling with Jen and V. We are your hosts,
Jen,
and I'm your girl, V Breezy.
Yes.
Hey,
Come on, V.
Yes,
You better tell 'em, girl.
Of course. And are you ready, friend, to get this thing started?
I'm ready.
We got our babies ready, right?
We got our
Let's
babies
cheers
ready.
to a great
Cheers.
show.
Cheers, work wifey.
Yes, ma'am.
Loving it.
We got a great show lined up for you guys tonight, and we cannot wait for you guys to see it. So our first segment tonight is what, Jay?
We have
What That Mouth Do.
What it do? What it do?
What it do?
Yeah. What that mouth do?
Start us out, G.
Okay. When it comes to food, V.
Okay.
All right. When
I
it comes
love
to food,
Ooh.
we don't